And there we are.
Chuck has pushed the buttons. That
I
means we're
pushed the
live.
buttons. We are
No.
live.
So we're sorry. We're sorry
Very
that you're
much
here.
so.
You almost got away just for a second, but
It was
no,
close.
Just for a
not
moment.
tonight.
But it's Saturday night. So that means this is Weird Frontiers. Again with us.
Yeah.
We hope to not leave you mentally scarred, but you might laugh anyway. So there's your disclaimer. Chuck, you got anything for pre-roll?
Nope.
All right. Well, let's just dive right in. I don't see the stream yet.
I'm waiting for it to come up too.
Well, what I was going to ask is the little thing down there for read.
It is.
It is. Okay. Well, if you see the stream, there's a little plug there for Reed Sanfilippo, the creator of the Umerica setting for Dungeon Crawl Classics. He is having some medical issues right now. He's moving to a better situation where he'll have a better medical team and some support for the things he's no longer able to do physically. He is in need. If you can go to the GoFundMe that's listed there, or share. If you are not able to share funds, share the word. We are hoping this month there will be an online auction for some very cool stuff that he once took around to all the conventions with him. His Castle Old Skull, which is the classic Castle Gray Skull that he converted into a GM screen and die roller, as well as his metal hat, and several other folks have ponied up some interesting things as well. So we will keep people apprised as to when that auction might take place. But anyway, Chuck,
Yes.
who are you playing?
I am playing Pierce McIntyre, occultist extraordinaire. Clergy, but just for the perks. And then Father of Scab.
Mostly just for the perks, although apparently they've loaned you some vestments as well, as you pulled out of your butt the last time.
They did. You work with the church, they give you the uniform.
Yeah. Sometimes they just have to. But yes, Father of Scab. So Jeremy, tell us about Scab.
Hi, I'm Scab. I'm a Tommy Knocker. I'm not 12 years old anymore, but I still have a 12-year-old body because, dead things don't grow, but that's okay. I've been spending some time in the church too. I'm almost a pastor now, a preacher. I'm not real smart. I get confused on the words, but the point is we hunt monsters for the Lord, and it's real good work. I'm so glad my dad's led me down the right path.
Yeah, and it's constant work because them monsters, they just like cockroaches. They everywhere. Got to put down a lot of them. It's just how it is. Joe, tell us about the unspellable Jebediah Bejebins.
Yeah, I'm playing the Jebediah Bejebins, our gambler, con man, mafia boss, guy willing to do some pretty messed up stuff for his friends. All that.
Jebediah is a made man now.
Yeah.
He has founded a thieves guild in the local town. That's what this is. He's name level now, I guess. Jake, tell us about our transplanted Frenchman.
Killian Fauché is a transplanted Frenchman. He initially started out as a photographer, but then he became a calavera, communing with spirits. He now accompanies Pierce and Scab along in their adventures to make sure they are not fighting any ghosts who could be just peacefully shooed away. And he has recently been recruited to transport a bag of tools into the near. Perhaps the less said about that, the better.
Bag of tool, because he was.
Yeah. A questionably heavy bag of tools.
That squirms a lot. Daniel, tell us all about the random cowboy named Chance.
That is who he is, and he shoots about as randomly as anything else. And apparently he's been having some memory lapses recently.
Blackout periods. Well, drinking's bad, okay?
I mean, that's like a matter of opinion.
Been hitting the sauce pretty hard lately. So blackouts, that's just something that goes along with it, man. We'll get to that in a bit. And finally, our masked wonder, he of the oily pecs. Eddie, tell us all about Ivan.
Ivan is he is the muscle of the group, or at least some muscle of the group. He's like second in line to Scab, maybe like fourth in line in utility, definitely dead last in intelligence. But my God, does he have the looks?
He's prettier than his wife, but she's meaner.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe it.
All right, so last session. Well, there was a breakout. Chance was due to be executed by hanging the next morning. And, well, he isn't there anymore as a priest who had come to give him early last rites, giving him last rites before his last meal. I don't think it speaks well for the place that he was going to have the meal at. But yeah, the priest, the bed he was on, and Chance all disappeared from the jail cell.
Conveniently.
Yeah. Landing in the next large city over, Richmond. And just to recap, the bed landed in an alley somewhere, so not directly on the street where anyone saw. But Chance is still wearing his jail clothing. Pierce, though, you did get some healing since you attribute burned. Those things don't heal with magic.
Yeah.
So those wounds are still there.
And I
some
I
things
burned
were fixed
a
up.
lot.
And you also only had what you were carrying on you. So I can only imagine that a lot of your stuff was left back at the hotel.
Yes.
And since you knew you were going to do this, I'm going to assume you put some money in your pocket so that you're not completely penniless.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, maybe $100 more money than I would possibly need.
So we're gonna freeze you over there in Richmond for a bit, and we're gonna go back with the rest of you guys. Let's see who was. No one went along with Pierce, did they? Like Jebediah, I know you hung around for a little bit, but I don't think you actually went to the jail with him. Right?
No, I was busy setting up the tools.
Right.
To
right. And
be
Killian,
left in the near.
Killian, did you already go to the bar to place the sack in the?
I'm at the bar waiting for the sack of tool to be delivered.
Sack of tool to be delivered. Okay. Right. And Scabs, where would you have been at this point? You knew what your paw was going to do. Well, actually, he may not have told you he was going to jailbreak Chance out because, I mean, that's illegal. He may not have told you that.
Initially, I was going to wait for him outside the cell, but I was told to go back to the main central meeting area.
Went back to the hotel. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Eddie, where was your character?
I think I'm just with everybody else for the most part.
Well, everybody else is scattered. So you're either at the hotel or you're at the bar where the last meal was going to be had by Chance.
Trying to think from last time where I was. I'm just going to say I'm going to be at the bar waiting for the last meal to happen.
Okay, so you're there with Killian. All right, good enough. So we're going to zoom in on Killian while he's sitting here at the bar, waiting for a sack of tools to show up that he can conveniently stash in the near. You just ordered probably a drink to settle your nerves just a little bit, Killian. And then you get this sensation, which you felt so many times before, but you've never had it forcefully done to you. You've just crossed to the near. You didn't do this. You're sitting at the bar, and there's a lady sitting next to you, older, midlife perhaps, gray to the hair, still attractive, dressed in very old clothing. Old as in style, not old as in used or patchwork. Very elegant, but an older lady in older style clothing. And she has got a carafe of green liquid in front of her, a little sugar bowl, and the little slotted spoons for absinthe. And she goes about the ritual of pouring out a couple of glasses of absinthe, slides it down to you, Killian. You are very much in the near. You know the feeling.
You are not Ivan, I will say, as I take my drink.
She also drinks, puts it down, gives you kind of a gap tooth smile. Says, no, he's far prettier.
Well, he wears a mask. How would you know? Why am I here?
I thought it was time that we talked.
Oh,
And as
I'm
she's
dead, aren't
saying
I?
this, outside the windows, there's a storm. There's rain is hitting the panes. Wind is blowing around out there. The cabin shakes a little bit. We're in the same business, you and I. Making sure souls go to the proper place and all.
All right, yes.
She shoots down her little shot of absinthe, pours out some more. If yours is empty, does the same thing. You can call me Mother.
I will call you Madam.
She just nods along. It's titles, not a name, dear.
Well, there is only one who has that title as far as I'm concerned. But
She
what
gives you
can I
another
do
one
for
of
you?
these smiles, just horrifically broken teeth, rotted teeth in her mouth. I mean, again, very elegant looking lady, but just a horrible, huge grin on her face. I thought I'd make introductions now before the storm fully hit. There is a storm a coming. And as she says that, like lightning crashes in the background, the shed shakes a little bit more. There'll be a lot more souls crossing soon. You're going to be directly responsible for a lot of it. Most of them I claim as my own.
Ah,
But even I can't hang on to everything that's going to be coming across. Too many souls all at once causes a instability.
and
She puts out her
how
hand to shake.
I will
What's Killian's last name? Fouchard?
Fauché, yeah, voucher, but pronounced Frenchly.
Killian Fauché. I'm pleased to meet you.
The pleasure is all yours, and I'll hand her her glass that she handed me.
Okay, so you don't shake her hand?
No.
Okay. The glass kind of frosts over in her hand just a little bit. If there's anything left, she'll shoot it back. And she says, I understand the distrust. I only wish to meet you before we'll have to do some work together. And we will before too long. Now she stands up, gives you a little curtsy, and you're sucked back out of the near, forcefully thrown out.
Uh, Ivan,
Yeah.
you are far more handsome than the woman I've just been talking to.
I don't see any woman, but thank you. I know.
Okay. And Jebediah, we'll say that the breakout happened just as you were en route with the tool bag. So you're approaching the bar, probably in a wagon, the bag of tools and the buckboard.
Yep.
When there's a big commotion at the jail cell. And there's a lot of men running to the jail cells, rifles cocked, hue and a cry out as a lot of the deputies start searching down alleyways, going from house to house. You're not sure what's going on. Of course, my gosh, old man brain. Pierce didn't tell anyone what he was up to.
Right.
So you're seeing this. All the sheriff's men are running around. One of them runs right back by you, sticks his head into the bar and yells out, "Hey, Clem! Clem, we got an escapee. Everything all right in here? He may be armed." Bartender looks up, looks down at you guys. Like, no, everything's fine in here. Goes running away.
One of the people that are like running by me, I want to try and stop them and say, like, escapee, you say? Like, who?
Yeah, it's that man that killed all them politicians and bankers the other night.
Oh.
You got to watch out. This one's a mad one. Hey,
I've heard.
yeah, you heard what he did to all the bodies?
Something horrible. They said it was quite a mess.
He just nods and just runs around. They're going from door to door, just seeing if they can find him, if anyone's seen him. Then sauntering up your way, this man dressed in a heavy, kind of black cloak and kind of like a smock that goes down to his cowboy boots. He's got a felt black hat on. He's got a very colorful shawl over his shoulders. Were you introduced to Merkab?
I think so. I think I was. I want to say I was with Chuck when we met him at the.
Okay, well then you know who he is. Yeah,
gun and stuff.
He is the Jewish faith. He's also a monster hunter. He's walking directly towards you. He just tips his hat, and you can see that he's got guns strapped to his side now. 2 6-shooters on his side. They look. It looks like he knows how to wear them and use them. He just tips his hat at you, and just as he walks by, he says, "That was some feat. Find that you need help and you dug yourself a hole too deep. Ask for me." He steps into the bar, taking his hat off, hanging it on the rack. So you guys see Merkab walk in. Some of you might have been introduced to him before. He sits right down next to you, Killian.
Hello, sir. Would you care for some absinthe?
No. Red wine, please.
Well, I don't have any of that. Bartender, actually, we have some red wine.
Bartender brings out a bar that or a bottle he keeps under the bar and pours it out just for him. Okay, Jebediah, what do you want to do?
So I also have Chance's stuff because I was holding on to. We grabbed that from the house, and my plan was to hold on to it when we did the swap. I was going to give it to him so he had his stuff.
Say it's all in the buckboard of the wagon you've got. Your tool bag is starting to squirm a little.
Did Chance have the black milk that he hadn't drank yet? I don't think he did drink it.
Then
I never drank it.
It would be in his stuff. Yeah. If you never used it, it'd be in his stuff.
Oh, yeah, it was getting a little old, I think, when we found it.
Because kind of what I want to do.
Oh, no. Here we go.
I'm ready for this.
Sorry about that, buddy. Drink this cottage cheese. You'll be good.
Because, okay, I'm going to take my Derringer, unload it, like make sure there's no things in it. And then I want to, my goal basically is I want to wake him up using the black milk and then push him out and like give him the gun and say like, they're onto you. And like, I just want him to be like confused
I love
and
it.
dazed,
I love
holding
it.
a weapon, and then just shove him out while they're all looking for him.
Yeah, okay. So he's still
Wow.
half dazed when you open the bag. So it's easy enough to just shove that potion into his mouth and force him to drink it. Now, I got to open up my little document here to see what the random table on that was real quick. So bear with me just a moment.
I'll go take that off my inventory.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. We'll say that's been drank. That's for sure. M7. That's it. All right.
Then as soon as I put the gun in his hand, I kind of boot him out. I'm going to drive away as fast as I can. The goal is that he just gets stumbled out while people are looking for him.
Okay. All right. First of all, go ahead and roll me a D20. This will be, you'll roll for the guy. I'm looking at a screen, so if you can just tell me what you roll, please.
All right. 8.
Okay. And roll a D4 for me as well.
Okay. 2.
2. Okay. So he's slowly coming to. His face and mouth are a wreck from the beating that he took to make him look a lot more like Chance.
Yeah.
And you shove this in his mouth. He gulps it down, and before you, his flesh just dissolves. It slides off of his skeleton, which starts popping and breaking and dissolving as well until you've just got this foul-smelling goo in the back of your buckboard, and then it starts to reform. It starts to kind of bring itself together. Flesh starts to regrow over the bones, and then he's back into one piece. Let's see, and you rolled an 8. That was the
Yep.
manifestation.
God, what did it do?
So an 8 was a lost failure. Okay, so yeah. So other than that, really disgusting display that was just put on, he still looks kind of beaten and battered. He's kind of he's completely shocked. Then you yell out, what?
So I'm gonna yell to him, like, they're onto us, like, here you go, protect yourself, and then I'm gonna put the
Derringer
gun
in his hand, push him out. So he's outside. He's still under the throes of this potion. He's yelling and screaming because that was excruciating what he just went through. He's got a gun in his hand. He's kind of hitting his head with it. His face is still just a wreck. And you yell out to the general populace, what?
I'm gonna just yell out, he's got a gun.
All right, I tell you what. Make me a personality check here. There are a lot of the sheriff's men around. There are a lot of people that are just looking for the prisoner as well.
I'm gonna throw so much luck on this too.
All right,
I'm gonna throw 4 luck.
Yeah, if you make that a 15, it'll be an extreme reaction. A 10 was enough to get people interested. Some people, so you decide if you want to throw the luck in or not. 10 is enough to get people kind of turn around and kind of looking. Saying,
I'll do 2 luck. I forgot my mojo die is a D10 now, so just
keep in mind. Okay, keep
18.
in mind that your guy is wearing normal clothing. He's not wearing prison clothes. But if you bump that up to, what is that now, an 18?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's
they
also
turn around.
got a gun.
They see
somehow,
the guy
so
waving the gun around, and they just start firing. They just start shooting the guy down. I'm going to roll a couple dice, and as long as nothing rolls a 1, you won't be hit by a stray bullet fire.
Joe, there's what's probably going to happen, and there's what you deserve.
Nobody rolled a 1.
Wow.
There is just a volume of fire as this guy's body, he's probably dead with the first couple of rounds, but enough are hitting him that he's just kind of dancing and jerking in the air for a moment, well ventilated as he drops to the ground, and all the sheriff's men come running over, checking him out, and there seems to be a discussion going on. Is that him? Is that him? Looks like him. Go get the sheriff. Why is he not wearing the prison? Where did he get these clothes?
I don't know. Where do you get the
There's a big
gun?
commotion outside. Everybody that's inside the bar, just a load of gunfire just went off in the street outside.
Oh man, what's going on?
Ilian, is that us? Are we doing
I think we
this?
should check just in case.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be like riding the cart away now at this point, and like as I'm passing by the entrance.
All right, so you guys see
let's say-
Jebediah slowly moving along.
Be like, change plans, don't need the tools anymore. Meet you back at the hotel.
What?
Yeah, these tracks pretty much. This looks like it's okay.
Yeah, everybody else that
is
was in
there
the
a ghost
hotel.
standing nearby now?
So you guys in the hotel as well, you heard that just massive
Oh, no.
volley of gunfire out in the street. So you're probably sticking your heads out the windows to see what's going on. The bar is right across the street from the hotel, so you can see Killian and Jebediah out there in the street. There's just something happened in the middle of the street. All these officers are just swarmed over like a body. Sheriff is coming out. He's got like a wanted poster in his hand. He's kind of looking at it, looking down at the guy in the street, scratching his head.
Is the guy looking over the shoulder by any chance?
Which guy? Sorry.
The guy who got shot.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, but can I see him
Can you see him? Yeah, absolutely.
in the near? I mean,
Oh, in the near?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh,
You do. You look out in the near, but there's a spirit there that looks very confused, but the spirit is covered in a swiftly growing, what looks like black mold. It's like tracing a line from his stained lips and mouth down his throat into his stomach, and then from his stomach, he's just kind of growing outwards. It seems like it's consuming the spirit.
Uh-oh.
I'm so
wonder-
sorry.
I wonder what caused that to happen.
That man has gut disease.
Yeah, it's
Eesh.
horrific. Yeah, unless you want to do something, you just watch him. He's looking at terror down, seeing his dead corporeal form, and he's looking at himself, seeing himself being eaten from the inside out by some kind of black mass. And then he just looks up at you in terror as his face just gets consumed by this. Like,
I'm gonna
fungus.
do something absolutely stupid
Okay,
because
why not?
I'll shout out behind you to the crowd assembled.
Okay.
I'll pull out my pistol charged with gloom, and I'll try to shoot the ghost.
Put him out of his
Super
misery.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it won't take much damage. You just got to hit him. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Well, first let me draw a card.
Yeah, and
Three
keep
of
in mind you
hearts.
are firing an actual gun into a crowd as well.
That is true. That is
Yep.
true. I'm aware how stupid this is. My intent is to miss everyone.
Except for him.
We'll see.
Sorry,
how
everybody,
that plays
misfire.
out.
I'm French.
You're just
Yeah.
helping.
Well, that definitely hits, and that is more than enough damage. What was your card draw?
3 of hearts.
You're fine. Yeah. You did though. Just let me get all my cards back together. Excuse me here. I need to shuffle these. There we go. You did just fire into the crowd. Clearly missing everyone. Everyone kind of turns to you, especially all the deputies and all the police here. They all turn, rifles and everything, going every which way, trying to find out. And I think you just have a small gun, don't you? It's like a Derringer, or what do you carry?
I carry Dimitri's old Tranter revolver. With
Oh no, you've got a
cartridge
huge
conversion.
cannon of a gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give you a chance to do something before they open fire.
A
what do you
personality
wanna do?
test to point out over and say he's getting away.
Give me the roll.
Okay.
I apologize. I am French.
Personality check. I am since I have 30 luck, I'll tack 10 onto that because I don't want to
Give me
take any
5
chances.
and you're fine.
Okay.
All right. So they turn to look in which direction that
Must
you
be his accomplice.
Yes.
and if you spent that luck, I'm also going to say that actually someone was turning the corner just as you said that.
Uh-oh.
Some
so-
random guy's gonna
Some
kill
random
him.
guy just turned
Right.
the corner as you said that. And half of them break off and run in that direction.
So, Bert, are we essentially just playing murder dominoes now at this point?
I didn't kill anyone. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
You didn't kill anyone who wasn't already dead.
Exactly.
But you
And yes, you did put him out of his misery before he was completely consumed by that rot.
Whew.
Oh, good. Now he just doesn't exist anymore.
No,
Probably better
he saved
than-
what was left of his soul so it can go on.
Ah,
He may just be a head and a spinal cord now, but at least it's something.
better than what he was about to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that was, but it's probably related to a very homely woman I spoke to earlier. Sorry for scaring everyone here. I'm really sorry for scaring everyone out there, although I can explain that later. Mr. Macabre, is there any of that red wine left?
He just pushes the bottle over to you. And make me a luck check, Killian.
Okay. 11 under 25, so I'm good.
Okay. All right. Then you hear a commotion and not sounds of someone just being gunned down in the street.
oh, good.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll take that bottle and just start chugging. Why not?
Manischewitz.
Tastes like home in all the worst ways.
I need to go
He
buy
just
a
kind of
new
looks over
Derringer.
and says, I think your group is in a great deal of trouble. If you find you need some more help,
Yeah, if you have any sanctified oils you could slather Ivan with, we would appreciate that.
have him stop by the synagogue. I'll have something waiting for you.
Excellent. You can use your Russia bear chop to chop the
I was going to say
monster.
he can anoint himself with holy oils and then just bear hug something to death with.
Oh yes, that would be
That's
beautiful.
awesome.
Hex of doom.
Doom.
Okay,
I'm
so
going to smell like so much Sabbath.
Jebediah was slowly driving his buckboard over to the hotel. Let's say everybody's gathered back at the hotel. Meanwhile, in Richmond, we got the fugitive wearing fugitive clothing. We've got Pierce still badly injured. Actually, for that matter, Chance is badly injured too. His face is black and blue. He's missing a few teeth. So we'll pick up. You're just in that alley. You're in that alley. You're looking around. You rolled well enough that you know exactly where you are. The spell essentially gave you a menu, so you know where you are. You're in Richmond, you're the next largest city over. Looking around, it's a large city. It's you just happen to got an alleyway that's not too bad. A few people are looking out the windows, but no one's paying any attention to you, just stringing out their laundry between like the two sides of the building.
Well, I suppose we need to get you in some better clothes.
Well, there's laundry.
Might help.
It's right. Being hauled out, it's damp, but there's laundry on the lines.
I mean, that's all right with me.
Yeah. All right.
You got your choice between grandma's Sunday best and some farm clothes.
I will hop up on the cot and grab the farm clothes and pull it down for Chance.
Okay. Yeah. Some Levi breeches and a white shirt.
I was going to say Grandma's Sunday best, only with overalls over it, so it looks like a polka dot shirt.
There you go. Great combo. So yeah, pull those down for him. All right, get dressed. We need to get rid of.
I will say, Chance, you are bootless because they don't give you boots there. Keeping you barefooted also keeps you in place. So you're barefooted, but you got some trousers and you got a white shirt on now.
That's a start.
Yeah.
Find somewhere to tuck my jail clothes away at bottom of a dumpster or something.
And again, I cannot stress enough, you both look like you've just been through a terrible fight.
Yeah. What time of day is it?
Mid-afternoon.
Where everyone can see
Yeah,
us.
he was dinner was going to be at like 6 o'clock was his last meal, so you went and visited him around 2 or 3, we'll say.
Well, you're out. We need to prove that you didn't do it. Then we probably need to meet back up with the crew.
Maybe somewhere else.
You got it. Let's hop back up on the cot.
Okay. As you hop back up in the cot, you're facing the alleyway, and like you were seeing some people walking around, and suddenly you see a pack of dogs ? Just run someone down and just start tearing at them. Like you see limbs fly, blood going everywhere. You start hearing screams out in the street.
Maybe we've got a little work to do first.
Yeah, I think so. Crap. I'll
Free
go.
boots.
Yeah.
Free boots.
Yeah. Free boots.
Excuse me, sir. Just going to get around these dogs here real quick.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast my armor.
Don't kill me a size 10.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what are you doing, Chuck?
I'm gonna cast Armor of Darkness. Get
Okay.
my AC up some before we go.
Wait, didn't you do that at the end of the last session to get some of the healing that you got? Or was that something else you cast? You cast something right at the very end of the last session to get the
Yeah,
goo
I thought
for
he
had
did
healing.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
That I
You
don't
got yourself
remember.
some basic healing.
Yeah, because
think it was
my
that.
my HP is good and my stats are super garbage.
Bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So I
either
think your
way.
Armor of Darkness is what you casted, so it's up.
Okay.
It should still be in the
Yeah, I'm
chat
looking for
log.
it now.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't roll for it and it was just descriptive. So why don't you just go ahead and roll for it just to
Yeah.
see what your what the result is.
25.
Okay.
I will take that. And a 25 is I get a +3 to AC. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the big thing I want. I get +3 to AC. And
Okay.
I vomit a lot. Are you hurt? If you're hurt,
Yeah,
get some of this.
Yeah. He got his face beat in just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go take a look.
So yeah, the screams are being picked up. If you stick your head out of the alleyway and look, some poor man is being torn up in the streets by a pack of 5. They look like a mix between a greyhound and a lizard.
That's weird.
That's not normal.
This is broad daylight in what looks to be the main street of this town. One of them is just stopped over, and he's got his the dog lizard's face is in the guy's guts, like in his body, ripping out intestine. The guy's still barely alive as he's looking in horror and watching himself being devoured. The other 4 are looking around for more targets. Most people in the streets you're hearing doors slammed shut as they're running into the nearest store location to get out of the way. One poor fool is climbed up on top of a lamppost. He's just clinging to the top of it for life. Yeah, there you go. But you stick your head out of the doorway. Make me a luck check.
Is that for me?
Yes, for you.
I passed.
Stick your head out.
I passed by 1. Okay.
You passed by 1. Okay. So they don't notice you sticking your head out of the particular alleyway, but they've got their noses in the air and they're looking for targets.
Well, do we do the good thing, or?
I think we have to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I've got an idea. You're going to need to plug your nose.
Oh no.
And I'm going to cast sleep. I think it's sleep. Let me make sure. No, it's not sleep. Oh, I want to cast instant cactus, and I'm going to try and sprout up some cactus. Yeah, kind of behind them so they can't retreat from us.
So you want to try and box them in?
Yeah, that way.
Okay, but not making yourself safe, but making other people safe from
Yes, that's exactly
All right.
it.
It's going to need a fair number of cactus to do that, so go ahead and give me the check.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the cactus is good. What I'm hoping for is my mercurial effect.
Yeah.
It's just a 13, which I get 1 cactus.
Yeah, not enough to block off.
Just
anything.
right up in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mercurial effect, however, with a bunch of creatures that have a really keen sense of smell.
Yeah. Super bad body odor for 1 turn. 20-foot radius, DC 16, fortitude save, or they get -2 for 2 rounds.
All right. So fortitude save, you say?
Yes.
All right. They're +1 to each of these rolls. So
2 nat
18.
ones.
One of them saves.
Okay.
Yeah. The rest do not. All right, so here's how this is going to work. 4 of them just scatter. Unfortunately, you only have one cactus in the way, so they
Yeah,
just
it
scatter
doesn't
into the
do anything.
streets.
That's
And then you start hearing, other people scream as single dogs go running down other streets. The one that saved turns towards you, snarls, and leaps at you. So let's go ahead and have an initiative now.
Yeah.
You two and the dog. Here, give me just a second to clear out the initiative
Sure.
order here. I'm going to remove all the turns. All right, then just add yourself back to the turn counter there.
All right. Where's initiative? Right there. Dirty 20.
Where am I at?
Okay.
Where am I at to put myself back in
Where are you?
initiative?
I don't see you, Chance.
There we go.
There you are.
Just want to make sure I had my token selected first.
We did good.
I mean, technically,
you
not
had
really.
They got
gun,
really low.
right?
They got a really
I
low.
do.
You
So,
had the gun. We didn't know how. Wasn't that something?
Correct.
So 26, is that what you ended up with, Dan?
It is.
Okay. Well, this dog is leaping at Pierce.
Wow.
You have your gun.
You have something, Chuck?
No, I just realized my initiative was one higher than it should have been. I fixed it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. He still rolled really low. I rolled a 6 for the dog. So
Yeah. We'll go ahead and take our 3 shots to start with. I got a 6, a 9, and a 7. I managed to just get around an 8
Mhm.
somehow.
Oh, shoot. I'll tell you later. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
20 is definitely
Hey.
going to hit.
Oh,
So
my
that's
Dead Eye
9
die
points.
was a 9.
Yeah.
wow.
Dangerous.
So that's 11 points of damage.
It's 11 points of damage and technically a 29 to hit.
All right, hold on just a second.
Wow.
All right, 11 point damage. Yeah, that's a good shot right in its gut as it leaps towards Pierce. Was not a crit, just a lot of damage. That's your first shot. The next 2 go off before it lands or tries to land on Pierce. So go ahead.
All right.
That hits.
And that'd be 19 damage.
Okay, so you
Lord.
pretty much kill it with the second shot. The third one goes into it, so it lands at Pierce's feet, unable to complete the leap. But you do hear from the other 4 that scattered, you can hear people screaming. You can hear the sounds of gunfire as they just scatter down the streets. This one's dead.
Well, did we go after him and meet back here?
We go after them together. I mean,
Okay.
with them scattering, I mean, people should hopefully be better off fighting one at a time rather than a pack. So hopefully we did good here.
Hopefully we did good.
Yes, let's go together and we'll fight them as a
Okay.
team.
You probably track by sound. Nearest screaming, there is a door open. This looks like this was a laundry. The door is opened, and you can kind of see through the windows that a hound is standing on top of like an ironing board, kind of growling at these 2 ladies that are kind of behind the counter. One of them's got a broom and keeps smacking it, trying to keep it from leaping over the counter. You can have your action. It first. Well, we won't even roll initiative yet. So you're
Okay.
right outside of the laundry. This thing is trying to get behind the counter, and one of the ladies just got this firm broom, just keeps smacking it every time it tries to get over the counter.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to pull my Derringer and God,
Yep.
no.
And I'm
this
not
is-
having you guys roll grit checks for this because everything you've been through, this is nothing.
Lizard
Being a
dogs.
dog that looks like a lizard is
Yeah.
nothing.
Let me get. I wasn't planning on
The rest of
shooting
the
anything.
Not
populace-
even the worst thing we've seen today.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the worst thing you've done today.
Shit.
Oh, no.
That's the truth.
Ah.
Yeah, so what are you doing, Pierce? I'll
Yeah.
just ask you guys to give me actions, and then we'll see if it's still alive after.
Yeah, I'm busting out my Derringer and I'm gonna take a shot at it. I'm gonna move up close, squeeze
Okay.
a shot, and I pull an ace.
Oh, no.
Hey, Jams, maybe something to do with your spell, but your bullet jams.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, take a hex,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna have to clear your gun before anything else can happen with it. So that's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna sacrifice one of my boons.
Yeah. Let's just keep on shooting.
okay,
A red joker.
okay, that's a good one.
That's a good one. This might be an opposites night, Chuck.
Yeah. I mean,
A
I
2
would rather I get
and a
the
10.
ace while shooting than you.
Let's see here. We'll just roll it
Chance
out.
is bruised, sober, and pissed.
The
7
red
plus
joker's
9.
an auto crit, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's an auto crit. So it's 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
I
correct?
get 3, and I get 2 boons.
Wow.
All right, 12 points of damage on the first one. This one is a stouter doggy. So it's still up. Next shot.
We'll have to see what my crit does, right?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll your crit.
Where are you, crit die? I roll a d20 plus my luck.
Yep.
19.
Nice.
Oh, you get it right through the jowls.
Ooh.
Roll another 3d6 in damage and another d12.
Wow.
The 3d6 is how much more damage you do from blowing through its cheeks and mouth. And then it's going to bleed out a d12 each round.
Okay, so I did that wrong. So it'd be 12 more points of damage.
12 more?
And-
Okay, it just dies from having its face blown off.
Good lord.
Okay, so
nice.
yeah, so it's click and then boom, boom, boom. And then as that happens, you hear the sound of shattering glass in another building next door.
The triple tap.
Let's keep it moving.
All right. Let's keep it moving. We're doing God's work, right?
Yeah. I will take a second before I move there, and I gotta have
Clear your
something to
gun?
do. No, God no.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast branding iron. Activate my
Okay.
branding iron.
Yeah.
How long does that take to cast? I thought that was a long one.
Let me take a look. Well, the initial creation of it.
Oh, you're powering the brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's cast that. 26.
Ooh,
That's a good
nice.
Yeah.
We're not going to find out that this is a dream later also, right?
That's why you're rolling so well. The chance
I say that because that happened earlier today.
It did. I had them do most of a session. It was a dream.
I was rolling so well until
So well.
it ended.
Chance, you'll get there first as Pierce takes a moment to get his branding iron lit up. So you're into the bank. The dog has already killed 2 of the folks in line. A lot of the folks in here basically just failed the grit checks, right? So they're cowering, they're hiding. Some of them have fainted dead away. And the dog is cornered. This very fat farmer. He's bursting out of his his farmer's overalls.
Muffin top. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little pistol out, and his hand is shaking, and it looks like he's already fired and missed once. I will give you an action before anything else happens.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and line up some more shots here.
Okay, now there are a lot of people in here, so no matter how you cut it, you are firing into a crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where I'm going to screw up probably. So, but we'll go a little slower this time. So we'll start with the 10.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Well, it's just a misfire since I'm using the spirit ammo. So
Just a
good.
misfire, but you do get your hex.
I'll spend the
Counter it.
boon to cancel it out.
Counter
But
it.
can I go ahead and keep trying?
No, because it once you fumbled like that, it does end your turn.
It ends the turn.
Yeah, it
Okay,
ends the
bummer.
turn. Yeah. Okay. So now we will go ahead and roll initiative because I want to see if this dog manages to kill anyone else before you can do anything about it. So why don't both of you do initiative again?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This time,
Oh.
I'm going to use my deed die.
My dogs are
So-
not having any luck.
Okay. Well, I said I was going to do it anyway, so I'm going to use my deed die to push my initiative up a little higher.
Sure. So you're first again. So the click of your hammer does get the dog's attention, so it does turn and growl at
Yep.
you.
All right. Well, let's. This time it's a jack.
Nice.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's not another one. Oh,
Oh my gosh. That's
Okay.
There's your boon back.
there's my boon back.
Good God.
15
It's
on the crit as well. Oh, this
ra-
one's dead.
ra- rather than the Deadeye die being a 4, it's just a 3. But
Yeah, this one, you just blow this one up. You've done enough damage between that and the crit. It's a headshot. Head explodes. Just the farmer gets bathed in guts and gore, and he's just staring at you. And before you even have a chance to to really celebrate that, Pierce comes up behind you. And as you do that, Pierce, there's a growl behind you as one of the dogs was in the streets coming in, and it's dragging. It got a hold of a cat. And it's just finishing. You just see it slurp down the cat's tail as it's coming up at you.
Oh no.
No, thank you.
Yep. We'll keep
Let
the
it
same
see if it can
initiative.
find some more cats real quick.
So yeah, it's coming up behind you, Pierce. So it's going to spring at you on the attack. What's your AC right now?
23.
And you are all shaded in darkness, right? Because you've got your armor of darkness on, so you
I
look
do.
kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
And he also stinks to high heaven.
And I stink to high heaven.
This one actually failed already. So yeah, it's a good point. Could be why it missed you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's your turn. Yeah, it gets another whiff of you and just starts rubbing its nose in the ground to try and get the scent away.
I am going to try and clobber it with my branding iron.
Okay.
It's a melee attack.
It's a good magical weapon. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
nice.
It is strength based, so okay, that would actually be a 0 to hit.
Okay. You just miss badly.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and reinitiate.
Camera pans in on you. You swing. Camera pans in on the dog. Nothing happens. Camera pans out. You're 10 feet apart.
I believe from your stench that it's
You
at
just go,
negatives, right?
What's that?
I believe because of your stench, it's at negatives. Is that correct?
-2 if it failed that fort save.
Yeah. So it initially ran away, but now it's going to continue to be -2.
Okay.
So
God dang,
Chance, you hear scuffle going on outside. You see a dog savaging Pierce. You're inside the bank now. He's standing in the door. The dog's just on the other side. The door is a big double door, so you could shoot past him, but again, you're shooting into a melee.
Oh, I can kind of maneuver just a little bit. See if that helps.
It's still
me.
a melee, no matter what. Because
All right, well,
Pierce
it's fine.
just tried to hit it with the rod.
I did.
Surely we won't make the same mistake a second time that we made so many sessions ago.
Yeah.
I still got my other knee.
Yeah, gotta even out the knees.
I think we'll take this one a little slow too. I got
What
a
was
2.
the card? A 2?
It's a 2.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
that's all right. It's a 19 and a 12.
19 and 12, okay.
19 to hit and 12 damages.
Okay, that's a good solid hit, but it's not quite down. And of course, you do avoid hitting Pierce. You want to take another shot?
Lucky number 7.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Not as lucky. That's a 12.
12. Okay, that misses.
All right. We did have some audience rerolls
Yeah, you can
go in. So person in chat doesn't know it, but they bought one for me, and I'm going to use it now.
We'll find out in a few minutes.
They'll find out, and yeah. There we go.
Hey,
That's better.
Much better.
So, what was the total damage on this shot?
7.
Oh, it's hanging on. It's hanging on.
Oh.
It yelps.
Oh,
as that
no,
bullet
sorry.
tears
It'd
into its side.
be 13.
13.
No, sorry. Gosh. Hold on. Sorry. I was
Anything over 10
8.
will drop it.
8. It's not enough.
Not enough. Okay.
3 of diamonds, 1 more shot.
3 diamonds. Okay.
Oh,
Now I'll have to use.
Would like to donate
Does your
the reroll that chat bought me to you so you don't shoot me.
Yeah.
does your Dan, does your Deadeye die go into your actual attack roll as well?
It does.
Yeah, but
not.
it's the first roll of the die, not.
It's not calculated.
Oh, so
automatically.
it's a 4, or
It's
is
a
it
4.
6?
Yeah.
It's a
The
4.
Yeah, so it's just an 8. Okay, got you.
All right. Well, there you go.
Okay.
That hits.
Oh,
And
That's
7
now
more.
enough. With the damage
that
you did
one.
before, and these next few points of damage, that's enough, and it drops. Things are quiet.
I was feeling nervous.
Yeah.
I turn around
Don't
and
hear anything.
I poke Chance with my branding iron.
Okay.
Chance, you take a point of damage.
Good job, sport.
it'll go good with the rest of his face.
You also get a +2 to AC and all saves for the next 4 rounds. Yeah.
That is a while for 20.
Yeah.
All right. There's still a couple unaccounted for, but you're not immediately hearing anything. What do you guys want to do?
Just patrol.
Yeah, and I will have to spend a point of personality to reload at this point.
Or you can just take a moment to reload. If you-
I'm not going to use
Doing
real
ghost
bullets.
rounds.
No, okay. You're going to use both bullets.
Only ghost rounds.
Now my
That way I can avoid the penalties of the crit fails.
If you patrol, there are 2
Yeah.
dogs left. And what you find is there's a group of citizens and maybe a lawman in there as well. It's kind of hard to tell. But they've got them surrounded. But there's a couple dead bodies that the dogs are standing on. They continue to ravage and eat them. These braver citizens are around with like pitchforks and various tools. And they're kind of slowly making that circle of bystanders kind of close in on them. As they do this, you see some just can't keep it together and they run away afraid, but there's a fair number of them there that are kind of closing in on these dogs. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah. Well, should we hang back and let them take care of this problem themselves? If
Maybe
things
this
go
is,
sideways, we interject.
Yeah, maybe this is we see if they handle, and if they don't handle, then
We disappear.
we help them out or we bail.
You stand and you watch.
Yeah.
The crowd, the ones that are able to keep their nerve up, circle in, tightening the circle, and eventually they get enough longer implements together that one of them takes that pitchfork and holds one of the dogs on the ground as the other ones run up with like cleavers and butcher knives and bowie knives and just kill the one dog. The other one, however, makes this mighty leap, clears the group, starts running right at you two, straight down the street, right at the two of you.
Oh, good. Well, that makes it easy.
All right, initiative again.
Yep.
I'm doing all this for a reason that I hope shows up. It may not. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, 16, not bad for
Yes,
me.
living up to the name.
Holy
Good
crap,
Lord.
Chance.
Oh my gosh, I'm rolling
I-
nothing.
I get a +9 to my initiative.
Well, I'm not even rolling above a 10. They've got a +3 to initiative, for goodness sakes. All right, so it's back to you. Chance, you're standing, it's like you're standing in the main street as this thing is barreling down on you and Pierce.
All right. Well, let's do the light them up, and never mind.
Oh,
Is that a black ace?
yeah.
It's an ace.
Roll as if you had made the shot.
Oh.
This is what I was hoping that would happen.
Oh.
Oh no.
Chance loses a hand.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
nat
oh, no.
1. Jesus. That's,
Okay.
that's a double crit fail.
You
All
might
right.
be happy
So-
that you failed here.
Daniel, from now on,
Uh-huh.
if you roll an ace or an 8 and it's black, roll as if you hit. From now on.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
You've been powered up.
Pierce.
Yes.
That bullet almost took your face off. Here's the thing, Daniel. If you pull an ace or an 8 and you roll to hit and you hit, the nearest bystander takes a crit to the head.
Oh no.
Oh,
Wait,
I guess maybe it's a good thing I crit failed my crit fail.
Good Lord.
Anyway,
Whoa.
that seemed to go off as normal, although it's kind of odd that it got that close to Pierce. So you can take 2 more shots. It doesn't even count as a jam.
Oh no. Well, do I take
that's-
2 hexes for that or just
You don't take any
one?
hexes for it.
Oh,
So
You pull an ace or an 8 and it's black. You treat it as if it's good. Oh, wait, for the shot that you missed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
do take the hex for that. Yeah, sorry.
okay.
things just got so
Oh.
spicy for Dan.
Oh no. My deck's going to be full of black aces and 8s next time.
Other
Keep in mind, your
8 of
character
them.
doesn't
How do I get
realize this is
another
going
ace
on.
of
That
clubs?
sounds like
How
a
did-
normal shot to you that just went bad, as far as you know.
Oh no.
Boy.
You're gonna have to position yourself like me.
What's the
Here's
second shot?
It's a 10, so
Okay,
let's
go ahead and roll.
Oh my.
Okay.
Okay. That the Deadeye Day was a 4, so it's 13 damage.
Okay, and that's it. You hit it in the head before it even gets to reach Pierce. It goes down.
All right.
Everything seems fine to you, Dan.
Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does.
Is Pierce even surprised that he was almost hit in the head?
Probably not.
By chance.
I'm not. No. Yeah.
It's gonna be a while before we figure out that's even an abnormal effect that's going on.
Well, I mean, like, technically, the card draw is not something that exists in the game, so it's just going to be me shooting sometimes the bad guys and sometimes not.
Yeah, that was the whole point of me getting you to shoot lots of bullets, so that you guys are going to be aware that something's different.
Well,
you as players, not you as characters.
Okay, Dan's
so-
going to shoot in one direction, and a bystander behind him is going to have their head explode. He's going to be like, "Yeah, that just happens sometimes."
It's like that one gun from Fifth Element.
There's a sniper somewhere.
Okay, so the townsfolk turn around. Keep in mind, Pierce, that you're still shrouded in darkness and look a little odd. So there's some mumbling. People are looking at you. They're not sure. Some of them got their guns raised at you. Some don't. They see that you killed one of the dogs, so they're willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Can I am I able
You can drop
to
a spell.
Yeah, okay,
anytime
that's
you
my
want.
question. Yeah, I will drop the spell because I'm still wearing my priestly attire.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
It's fine. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Okay. Yeah. So the sheriff does break out of the crowd. You say, "Oh, preacher man,
Yes.
mighty good shooting arm your friend there has. Pleased to meet you. I'm
You as
Samuel.
well. Samuel, it's good to meet you.
You're not a townie. I'm sorry if this is your first day in town. It's not usually this bad. These
No,
things don't usually attack in the middle of the day like this.
they
It's oddity.
do usually attack though.
Oh yeah.
You know this isn't normal, right? Like these
He
things.
he kind of gives you the not so loud. It's like, look, man, me and my boys are doing the best we can, but yeah, the attacks have been worse lately.
What are these? Where do they come from?
All manner of creatures. Some crawl, some fly. Some look like Farmer Ned's cows until they take a big bite at you. It's all different, all kinds of strangeness. Probably
Okay.
a couple of weeks now it's been going on.
Come from somewhere in particular.
Oh, well, we're surrounded by forest and light. They just come out from the forest, come into town. Normally they do it under the cover of darkness. Very odd for them to do this with the sun out.
Can I trust you with a few secrets here, Sheriff?
Well, I gotta admit, I got a loose tongue when I get some alcohol in me, but I'll do the best I can, Father.
Okay. That's going to be what I have to deal with. I work for the Vatican.
The what now?
You know,
I'm a Protestant.
oh wow. Okay. Do we need to fight now or
This is when you just walk away and let him get eaten by monsters.
So I work.
We got us some Southern Baptists here. You know, I'm a Protestant. We don't get too many Catholics.
Yes.
That explains why this is happening.
Good God,
Oh, no.
good God. I work directly for the main church out of, Vatican City in Italy, Rome.
Italy. So you're a foreigner?
No, I'm from the States. Just I traveled around and I have particular talents. And now the church sends me around to kill monsters.
Oh, so you were sent here for our problems.
No, I happened upon your problems. And I think it's what's meant to be is for us to help you. Divine intervention.
All right. Well, all
Something
right.
like
We
that.
as I said, there's probably a few folks here, the Catholics in town, but not too many. You might want to go see
honestly-
Father Brown. He points out the church. He might be able to help you.
Well, Father Brown may be able to help me. You can help me.
Oh, well, what can I do for you?
Chance here needs to lay
Mhm.
low for a few days.
Oh, now he's taking a good look at Chance's beaten up face. Now, why is that?
Well, because once again, monster hunters specializing in vampires, demons, ghosts, that kind of thing. And
You can see he's mentally checking them off in his head, like, yeah, vampire done that, ghost done that.
yes,
Okay.
those kind of things. And I mean, you saw
Draws
what
a
I
little
did
attention.
right there a moment ago with the big cloud of shadow forming around me. My credentials are good. Chance has been framed.
Okay.
And we're
So
working.
he's done a crime.
He has done no
Or
crime.
they think he's done a crime.
They think he has done a crime. It was while he was in the midst of hunting vampires, and those vampires killed a few city officials and set Chance up for it.
Well, go ahead and give me a personality check
Yeah,
here.
that's fair.
Man, that's a good story though.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
The pieces connect.
I'll give you that. It's a good story.
I am more than willing to spend too much luck on this because right now my personality score is a 5.
Well, let's see how it is. Let's see how it turns out.
It's
boy.
that's a 0.
Oh,
Okay, I need at least a 10 for him to give you the benefit of the doubt, 15 for him to trust you.
we had another player reroll redeemed in the chat too.
Oh,
I'm taking
Feel free
it.
to use that.
I'm taking it.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally fine.
All right.
Let's see here.
7. I will gladly dump 3 luck into that.
Or 10. He's like, he scratches his chin. He's like, well, yeah, now I can see how that problem like that could arise. I don't know if other folks in other towns have gone through a lot of these
Yes.
horrible experiences we have. So I'm willing to take your word for it right now, preacher man. We got a judge in town. He's a circuit judge. He's a smart man, and he's wise to some of these events that's going on. Why don't you go on over? And he kind of points across the street over there.
We'll get
Out there's
there.
called the Station. It's the
Okay.
best hotel we got in the area.
Oh,
They got
yes.
the best bar. You just tell them. Sheriff said put you up, get you some food, get you a drink, get cleaned up a little bit.
Okay. I appreciate that, and
Rough
we
and
will. And we're funded, so I'm more than willing to help you sort out the problems in your town and to pay my way. I don't want to be a burden on your town.
For right now, you tell him it's on the sheriff, and then we'll talk after the judge has a hear
So
what you have to tell. Okay.
Chance is going to need to stay here for a little bit on his own because I need to go get the rest of our team.
No, well, that's fine. I'm
Okay.
certainly not holding you here.
Okay.
Chance, he puts his hands out. Good to
Yeah.
meet you. Nice
Yeah.
shot.
You can check on the rest of them too.
Yes. Chance's guns are blessed through holy energy. His rounds are magical, and he can do wild things with his shots. It's when you get a
Well, them's a lot of words I don't quite understand, but I get the gist of things. So
Okay.
why don't you do what you got to do, Mr. McIntyre?
Yes.
You said
McIntyre, yes,
McIntyre.
Pierce McIntyre.
Mr. Mr. Chance, why don't you go ahead and check in over there at the station? Get yourself cleaned up, get yourself a room. I'll go talk to the judge. Is my friend.
Okay, I appreciate that.
He understands what's going on.
I appreciate that. I really do. I do want to preface this that the rest of our crew that we're bringing with you. Well, first off, I'm going to go. I have a cot over there that has legs. I'm going to go get on it.
Most of them do.
No, these are legs that walk, and they look like people legs. And I'm going
to just keep nodding here, son.
And
I think you're telling him probably too much already.
I don't want him to be. I don't want you to be frightened or spooked or anything. I don't want anything to jeopardize our good standing with you.
Why don't you go do what you need to do? Let me go calm.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. I want to warn you about the rest of my party because they're a little odd. There's a luchador.
Which one? I love those matches.
Oh, it's Ivan. Ivan the Bear?
Ivan, Eddie, roll your fame.
Oh, boy.
Getting name dropped a whole town away.
Yeah. I'm not even here for this part. Let's see here. My fame. That's a 35 under 65%.
Oh, you got Mr. Ivan.
We do.
Wow.
I'll be bringing him over. We have
Mrs. Love to get something signed.
Oh, Ivan would be more than thrilled to. He does have.
That's how we met at a wrestling match. Mr. Ivan was up there.
He will be thrilled to hear that.
Behold, Mrs. got a little. Well, she got a little excited from that match and went home with me. So, in a way, here Mr. Ivan got me hitched.
He will be absolutely delighted to hear that. Now, Ivan will gladly talk your ear off and tell you stories of fights all over the world that he's had. But he will request a glass of milk beforehand, just so you're aware.
Well, we are a farming town.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. We have a businessman by the name of Jebediah.
That's a mouthful. Okay,
it is. My son, his name is Scab. He looks a little different, but he is the sweetest kid you'll ever meet. And the one that I really need to warn you about is Killian. He's a Frenchman.
Oh. Okay. Well, he's not one of them non-speaking and wearing the makeup and doing all the things. Not one of them. Okay.
No. If that was the case,
I don't think he'll be shot on sight then.
Okay. Thank goodness. Okay. Anyway, yes.
If you can get me through my force field.
Bring out the cannons.
Well, that was the big thing. Very well. Chance will go to the hotel. I'll go get the rest of the. And if you talk to your judge friends, we can meet up later and start planning on how we are going to clear out whatever evil is plaguing your town.
He's got a full docket today, so it'll be after sundown. Let's say dinner and some drinks.
I would love that.
We'll meet you at the station.
Very well.
I can get a little cash to get some new clothes.
I will give Chance some cash to get some new clothes.
Okay.
I'll give you like 20. All right. Yeah, so my bed can teleport and carry people with me. So I will spend a little while ferrying.
Yeah, you rolled high enough on that. It's pinpoint accuracy. So you can, the bed shows up in the hotel. Yeah, so what do you tell everybody? Let's just assume that you get back to the other hotel. Everyone's together.
Hey, everyone. Chance is safe. We're setting up shop in a nearby town that is plagued with monsters. And they desperately need our help. And they are huge fans of Ivan.
So that was you that broke him out earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
My dad's a master strategistician.
Yes. And also, we're working with a local judge to help clear Chance of this false accusation.
So they know he's still alive?
Oh, yes. He's met the sheriff.
Okay.
Mr. McCobb,
that's great.
Do you have a way of telegraphing you specifically in case we should need your help?
Oh, he would not have followed you back to his hotel. He would have told you, though, that he's easy to get a hold of. Just find yourself a synagogue and ask.
He's known.
All right. Who would like to go on a strange bed ride with me so we can meet up with Chance?
Could you say that
It's
in a
Mary
different
freaking
way?
Poppins.
Who? Just shut up, Killian, and get on the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I think I've
All right,
got
so-
a bit of a weight limit, so I can't take everyone at once, but
Well, Jebediah, I have a question for you. So you set up this
Mhm.
network here that you are the
Yes.
boss of, but it is only here. So are you going to go with them? Are you going to leave any instructions behind to your second?
So how far would it take to travel normally over to
Richmond? Oh, couple days. Not too bad.
Oh,
I mean, that's assuming you're not trying to rush it.
right. Yeah, I definitely would want to take some time to leave some instructions behind.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, you can take a train or a carriage there if you want. Train will get you there pretty quick.
how long do you have on this, Pierce? Your bed? You're muted there.
I think I've got it just for a couple of hours, not super long, and some time has already passed.
I'll do last call on that. I'll hitch a ride right on the way out. I've a few errands to run first.
Very well.
Yeah, but I'll be back here.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'll scurry out and run back to my people and tell them to make sure that they dispose of any evidence that we had the tool bag, the guy, and
No loose ends.
I'm gonna say I'm traveling to Richmond to establish a branch office, and if they need anything to
Establish a branch. Okay.
yeah.
Maybe a luck check.
Okay. 4.
Okay. All right. So you also hear while you're getting all these things, because you've got to move around town and talk to a few different folks to get all your this out on a moment's notice like this. So you are hearing that Chance was apprehended and shot dead. So the hanging will be dispensed of tomorrow as the criminal's been brought to justice.
So close. So close.
They're going to bury him in a pine box as they can't find any family nearby. Of course, no family came. There is a question people are saying, we had some friends come by. Anybody seen them? Jebediah, you probably smart enough to distance yourself somewhat from everyone. So you're hearing all of this. And your people, of course, would let you know that, yeah, they're that Chance fella, they're the person you had disguised as Chance. It seems to be they're taking him to be a criminal. It's going to bury him in Potter's Field tomorrow instead of the hanging. It looks like it went all right. The luck check was to see if anybody was going to try and blackmail you, or if you're second in command, maybe wanting to take your place while you're gone. But you have chosen your people wisely, it seems.
Yep. My many-syllable army is loyal.
The Pachepums Mafia.
Yes. You must have at least 4 vowels and 3 consonants in your name to join.
Yep. It's good.
Okay, so Jebediah, you get things set up. You probably make some kind of since I'm going to assume Pierce told you that Richmond is where you're heading, since you were trying to figure out if you can make it there on horseback or otherwise. So you probably talk to your bank so that you'll have funds.
So I'm still gonna take a ride over with Chuck. Okay.
But you check with your bank so you can make sure funds are available for you in Richmond. Maybe make me a check on your underhanded skill, to see if maybe there's some contacts in Richmond that you can use.
Sure.
Some people you've done business with in the last few months, perhaps. Richmond's not that far, so. Oof.
Do we have any rerolls?
Yeah.
Somebody just did one.
Yeah.
Player reroll. You can take it.
I want to do that.
Otherwise, I was going to say that you have an opposite number in Richmond that's already set up.
No, yeah.
All right, so
that.
that's just
I'm
a
gonna throw
regular
a-
fail.
I'm gonna throw
wanna
luck
some luck
on
into
that.
it.
Yeah.
4 points get you a
Let's throw
10.
it.
Will let you. You'll know like an organization there that you've done work for. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there's an
16.
organization there that you've done some work with. That you can
Okay.
kind of tap into the underground with. All right, does anybody else
Start
want to
buying
leave?
people off.
They leave here for another place.
Mhm.
Anyone?
I'll get some sugar cubes. Since I still got that bottle of absinthe from
Oh,
earlier. Might as well celebrate our getting out of this situation alive later.
Okay. So Chuck, you ferry or Pierce ferries everybody over to Richmond.
Yep.
Let's say you meet up in the hotel. By this point, Chance has cleaned up a bit, gotten himself some new clothes. Unfortunately, they have a distinct lack of bejeweled and rhinestone clothing here, of which you've become accustomed. So you have just a regular, nice set of clothes.
Normal people clothes.
You normal people. You're wearing what the poors wear, Chance.
Gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I'm glad I only gave you a 20.
Well, the Jebediah does have his gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Chance's gear. I would give it to him. So as soon as I get to Richmond, I'm willing to burn $1,000 on the officials and everyone that Pierce talked to be like, you didn't hear the name Chance. That's not who we
Ooh.
have.
I tell you what, that's going to have to take place over the next little bit. Okay, probably after you talk to the judge.
Yes.
All right. But yeah, I'll keep that in my back pocket if you want to do that.
I'm doling out some cash for that.
Okay. So this is a nice place. The station is their best hotel. The rooms are fantastic. They have their own they've got their own bathtubs here. Each of them have their own restrooms as well. Beautiful beds, soft, comfortable. Downstairs is a fabulous dining establishment, fabulous bar, and gambling. Buddy, stop. Dog's going crazy. Yeah, so it's pretty happening. This is later in the afternoon, so people are coming in for dinner, entertainment, and they're going to have some singers on stage tonight. And of course, afterwards, the gambling. But you guys each, you probably have a suite of rooms. Free for the night. And after that, we'll see.
Yeah.
I need to buy a new Derringer.
You can have mine.
Oh.
It doesn't work.
It's all jammed up. It's got some black stuff all over it. It's probably smells bad too.
I'll get a fresh one.
Okay.
All right, actually, I'll take yours and I'll go to the gun store anyways and get it cleaned and then buy another one.
Oh, I thought you said you're going to keep that for possibly planting it later.
Oh no.
No.
No, of course not. Why would he ever do that?
No.
Not yet.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do? Otherwise, we'll just have the judge enter at some point. New town, bigger town, quite a bit of nightlife going around. There are a lot of establishments that there's a dance hall here for one. It's been a while since you've seen a town that has an actual dance hall. That's where, you go in, have a nickel, get you a dance with someone for the night. Good music. Most of them have live bands.
I'm now convinced. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I wanted to speak with Pierce about the bizarre old lady that I've seen and spoken to, and mention how there is a storm coming with many a soul planning on being turned around.
That was just Pierce or to the group as a whole?
Well, if the group as a whole is assembled, absolutely.
If anyone has taken any occult knowledge, and Killian, I would say just because of your connection to the near, you can just make me an intelligence check. Everyone else, if it's skilled, if you've been doing some education in the occult fields, you can make a roll or D20. If you might have just happened upon hearing it, it's a D10 if you're not trained, or an unskilled roll.
I mean, she's the one that makes me have the the bad results on my powers. Like, she's the one that made me eat your butt cheek.
That would
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know if Scab would know the
Scab
lore
in
about
it.
it
I'm gonna
so
roll
much
it real
as
quick.
it's just something that happens to Scab. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got Scab at a 13, Jebediah at 7, Killian and Pierce.
Mine
So
was a
We had an
16.
18.
I got a 14.
Okay, anybody that got 13 or higher. I mean, Killian, just talking it over and you're sitting down describing the encounter. All of you are kind of chucking it in. You've heard of someone or an entity that lives in the far, which is a place that you don't ever hope to go. The near is bad enough, but there are rules to the near. There are things that you understand about the near. Reality breaks down in the far. And the far is like the furthest reaches of the spirit world. There's an entity that calls herself, or her minions call her Mother Ma, that lives at the heart of that chaos in the far. And she is entropy. She's all the bad side of death, but she's also a balance.
Okay.
So between all of you, kind of thinking that might have been what the manifestation was.
Yeah. That's news.
I'll be honest, she's half the reason. Like, I don't really need to sleep, but sometimes it'd be nice to lay down and rest. Mr. Killian, she's the reason I don't like to close my eyes at night.
You've encountered her before?
I, I don't fully understand it, but I think it's somewhat her fault I'm the way I am. Or if nothing else, she's the reason Killian there's got one cheek less. There's certain powers I've tried real hard not to use as often as others.
And it's
On account of she likes to tempt you.
okay. That's and she visited you in a bar and said a
She
storm
gave
is
me
coming.
absinthe. She gave me absinthe, which is not this absinthe, I should mention. This is something that I acquired on my own. Initially, I was going to share it with Chance when we broke him out, but he was broken out. So, but yeah, she shared a drink with me. She said that a storm is coming. It was very evident from the near that indeed the storm was happening.
Can you
Many souls would be moved, and some of them would belong to her.
Who did you shoot at, by the way, in the middle of the street?
I don't know, but there was someone watching over the scuttlebutt earlier when someone was shot earlier. Somebody was looking over and started growing this soul mold all over, and so I shot and fired to make sure that soul mold didn't. I assume Mother Ma might have had something to do with it.
You didn't catch their name?
No,
Okay.
I just
It's probably no one then.
I thought it was better to act quickly.
So, to level additional information, when I busted Chance out of jail, that particular spell, it summons an agent of Old Scratch that I have to play a game of chance with. And rather than the normal foul creature that arrives, it was this dark entity that very much felt like the pages. So
Perhaps they are
That's not
tied
good.
together.
yeah. Where are they?
The far.
The pages are in the far?
No, the pages are gone, I believe.
So Chance, last thing you remember is you left them in your safe at home.
Yeah.
And you did go looking one night before all this happened, and they were there last time you saw them, but you haven't gotten to take a look at your safe since you've been arrested.
Fortunately, we have taken a look in that safe.
I mean,
yeah, we would definitely want to relay like when we were giving this stuff back.
I thought I put it in a good place.
The safe in the bathroom.
No one expects the safe in the bathroom.
Okay, so yeah, they are now they're gone.
Well,
You're not attached to your first name, are you, Chance?
I mean,
New name is random.
Odds.
Call him Rando Calrissian.
There you go.
I'm just
There it
thinking
is.
we might want to workshop it a little bit. There's some bad optics kind of associated
Marlon
with your last
Rando.
name.
I was about to suggest Marlon Rando.
Are you
There it is.
guys talking at the bar, down in the lounge, in your rooms? Where are you guys speaking?
I would imagine the bar.
Okay.
Place where people talk about weird stuff all the time.
Oh, if we're like out in the open, I wouldn't be talking about Chance's name like that then.
It's loud enough. I mean, you know.
And
And
there's
Chance's
I would,
wearing his
like,
old
whisper
clothes. He's
that.
probably got it in rhinestones on his clothes. So
I'd be whispering that to him like pretty much in his ear then, like if he's
All of his
Attached
clothes
to
are
his name, yeah.
monogrammed.
I figure for the sake of lying low, I probably wouldn't be wearing my preferred clothing just yet.
yeah.
All right. Well, as you guys are talking, a man with a kind of a nice gray duster and a gray felt hat comes in. Older guy. He's got a lot of gray shocked through his hair and his full beard. He's got a patch over his left eye and like an old healed scar that goes from the top of the eye to the bottom where the patch is. He's got some thick leather gloves on. He takes off as he comes in. Takes the one off his right hand, the one on the left hand. He leaves on. Kind of looks around the bar, and focus comes to you. Goes to the bar first, orders himself a shot of whiskey, pays for it with a bullet. little trivia. That's where the term "shot" came from.
okay.
Takes a shot of bourbon, walks over to you. And it looks like he needed the bourbon to kind of settle himself, as he looks just a little shaky. You the fellas that helped out this afternoon? You the preacher man looking
Yes.
over at
Yes, sir. Are
well,
you the
before
judge?
we have ourselves a talk, we've got a developing situation I'd like your help with. I understand you help with odd things.
That is accurate.
He's the best.
Well, get your slickers on. It's going to rain tonight. We got a little bit of walking to do.
Very well.
I'll pull out some extra oil and start lathering up.
that water resistant.
Yep. Just beads right off.
Right. Get
He
your little
kinda
squeegee.
puts his hat back on his head, and he doesn't really stop to see if you guys are following or not. He walks out the door.
I follow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks back, says, "You all have horses? We can walk if you don't. It's not very far."
We had a
no.
bed, but I think that's normal now.
Yes, it's a regular
Yeah.
bed now. So no, we don't have horses.
Who are you, by the way?
He, with his hand that he still hasn't covered with the leather glove, he says, "I'm Circuit Judge Hershey. Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet you
sir.
as well.
I am innocent of all crimes, sir. And I'll shake his hand.
It's
Well, very few folks can claim to be innocent of everything. Mr.
John's fuck it. And I did say I was innocent of crimes, so distinction. Killian is fine.
Fair.
I did ask the sheriff to warn you that one of our party was a Frenchman.
Yeah, that
He looks at you very carefully. It's like, you ain't a mime, are you? That's a hanging offense around here.
I wish it were a hanging offense where I was from, sir.
All right, this way.
For guillotines over there.
He takes you. He grabs a couple of lanterns out of a nearby barn where folks keep their horses while they're partaking in the station. Hands out a few lanterns. He takes one, hands out 3 others. Just a quick walk up this way. When you guys are leaving town, you're going up this little rise where you can see this is a big cattle farm. You can see the fences and you can see some cattle in the grass. You can see up ahead the farmhouse, though, is well lit up. You see that there's several farm hands around. They've started a big bonfire, really big bonfire. As you guys are coming up, Judge kind of tips his hat to everybody. You boys figure anything out? And they look really pale, really shaky. They're like, what are we supposed to do, Judge? I mean, we've been shooting at them for an hour now. It doesn't seem to do anything to it. Don't know why it hadn't come over the fence. It certainly can. Just keeps growing.
Could we get some details?
Right. Well, why don't you boys? He pulls out a few dollars. You boys go down into this town, get some drinks on me at the station. We got some professionals here. Right. Okay, Judge.
I'll cover it for him instead of his own money.
Oh, I see. You get a flash in cash. It's like, oh,
yeah.
You stop him, give him a little bit more money. It's like, you guys looking for something different employment? Look me up later.
Yeah.
All right.
Making some connections.
There's more where that came from, boys.
This is the McMurtry farm here. He's a cattle rancher, and they started. Well, this happened earlier today. The problem just seems to be growing larger. There's this roaring bonfire. He's like, told them to build a fire because most of these critters, they don't like fire much. Fire purifies, right?
That's accurate.
This way takes you over to this enclosed kind of cow field. It's like this is where the cows are about to go to slaughter. They're fed up on grain, get them a little bit bigger right before the slaughter. And as you look in there, they've made some attempts to light the place up. There's some lanterns, there's some torches, but all you see is this kind of amorphous darkness just sitting in the middle of the field. You don't see any cows anywhere.
Normally there's cows.
Judge holds up the lantern and he kind of moves the bullseye so that it's a little bit brighter, and he kind of lights it up. And what you see is this amorphous mass of cows. Their flesh is merged together. You're seeing cow heads, and you're seeing there's a limb of somebody in there as well. And it's just this ball of flesh just quivering in the middle of the field. It's made up of all the cows and maybe a few ranch hands that were in here as well.
We didn't
why don't all of you give me a grit check on this? This is kind of...
Yeah, this is out of our wheelhouse.
Old 21. Holy shit.
Oh, wow,
So
nice.
this is a 14. You need to make a 14 or better.
Can you burn luck?
That's put me off my stake.
Yeah.
Do have 2
Okay,
banked
I'll do
rerolls hanging loose.
I don't
I'll
need a
spend luck.
reroll for it. Yeah, I'll just do luck.
So 14 or better is a good save.
Okay. So I'll burn 3 luck.
Anybody not make it or not going to spend to make it?
I think we're all good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only 1 away, so I don't even need to roll.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Scab? I think you're the furthest away from making it.
I spent the 3 luck to make it.
You're gonna make it? Okay. All right. It's pretty nauseating. Like some of the cows in there can still, the mouths open up and you can see them mooing a little, but their skin is all combined into just this mass.
Oh,
It's like it's been growing.
Is it growing because people kept going into it, or is it just
It started
growing 'cause
off as
it's
just a
growing?
couple of cows, and then it was more. Now I think every cow in the pens is part of that now. I got 3 of the ranch hands too.
Is it
oh.
like reaching out and getting them, or are they like just?
What
going
about
on-
the wrench legs?
It can move pretty fast when it decides to, but for the last several hours, it's just been sitting there.
I'll lean into Killian. Must not have gotten the legs yet.
I'm gonna think back to the black
hope-
milk from earlier and just be like, man, this is this is punishment for something I was doing.
Well, do you just want to
Mm.
put a few rounds into it and see what happens, or
Yeah,
hit it
yeah,
with
yeah.
Go for
hit
it.
it with some cards or something? It'll clear out. Give you some room.
Yeah, I'll start backing away
Yeah.
from the Jebediah.
It's
Everybody
raining
walks back.
cows. Hallelujah, it's raining cows.
I've
Yeah,
become
I'll,
well acquainted with the
I
blast.
think at this point,
radius.
everybody knows how to pace off 50 feet from Jebediah.
Mhm, exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know where I packed my cards.
He pulls that deck out. It is a brisk walk.
You can use the online ones. I've reshuffled if you want to.
Okay.
I'll make sure to
Um,
grab the judge and be like,
Yeah, I'll ask the judge, like, is there anything bad that's been happening when we hit it, or does it just seem ineffective?
Well, they've been taking shots at it all day. It just seems to be ineffective. Doesn't seem to really hurt it.
Okay. Sure. I'll burn a luck and start throwing cards at it.
someone else
How
can
do I
do
use the
something
online
cool tonight.
cards?
Oh, just I think you can just hover. Oh, here, let me just do it for you. We'll just start card per card.
Sure.
Okay. First
Yep.
one. Oh, red Joker.
That's good.
That's good for
that
you.
lets me pick whatever I want.
Yeah. So there you go. Right off the bat.
Fireball.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hit it with the King of Hearts. I think it is, or diamonds. The one where it's just the massive fireball.
Yeah.
I think it's the King of Hearts. I got the book open. I can try and find it real quick.
Yep.
Let me. I'll open it too.
Barbecue.
Let's see. King of Hearts. The card bursts into flame. Size blah blah blah. Fireball inflicts 3d12 base damage, plus an additional 1d12 damage
Yeah.
per the level of the gambler.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll that, and then it continues to burn as well. It's
So
on
it'll be
fire.
10d12, I think.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll it.
It's got to be like a nuke went off outside of town. Just
Oh wow!
Wow.
All right, so I rolled 76 hit points for the combined mass, and you're 79.
Yeah.
Jebediah, you want to handle this?
even though
Done.
even though this fire behind you is a large bonfire that they'd started hoping to entice it this way so they could burn it themselves, your conflagration, it's you just crater the middle of this cow field. Luckily it's a big field, and it just, you guys feel the heat off of it as the thing, and then you hear the screams of these cows as the flesh is just burned to a crisp. There's this
that was a good one.
oily, nasty smell in the air as all of these cows just die at once in this fire.
Oh,
Death pit.
wow.
Like freaking
Judge,
Oppenheimer.
Judge puts his hat on his head and says, well, I'd call that effective. You folks seem to know what you're doing. I don't rightly know what you're doing in my town, but I understand at least one of you is wanted somewhere.
That's accurate.
Yeah, well, we're figuring that out. I wanted to talk to you about that, actually.
Well, I'm all ears. If you're here to help, we've been having odd situations like this crop up too frequently in the last couple of weeks.
Um,
To Jebediah, I presume you were making words at him. I mean, yes, it's Chance here who's wanted. We were hunting a vampire nest. Well, he was working on hunting a vampire nest. They killed some local politicians in the town they were in and framed him for it.
and
Don't remember
well,
seeing
actually,
that face of yours come through my wanted posters lately, so I'm not familiar with the crimes that are levied against you. You're still pretty beaten up. Would you care to tell me what it is they say you've done?
I mean, it's pretty much just what he said. Blaming the deaths of some politicians and stuff on me.
Wow. I mean, that is something. That is something.
but luckily, I've been on the case for quite a while, and we actually did find the original culprit, and they've already been apprehended and were buried earlier today. But we're hoping to kind of lose the name chance here, as it's got some bad optics with it. So
you're a spin doctor now?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a roll on this personality check.
Okay. I'm throwing.
You don't need to throw anything at it. Like, you can tell that he kind of. Well, it's up to you. Okay, so with a 10, he's willing to take your word at it, but he will, know that something's up. He won't completely buy it, but he's willing to take your word for it at a 10. If you can get to 15, he'll just accept
I got
it.
a 25.
All right. Well, okay. Well, then doesn't seem like your friend here's got much to worry about. If he's worried about his name, well,
yes,
choose another. It's easy enough.
Yeah. You show up somewhere and people are like, oh, it's that guy who people think did the thing.
Right.
Well, if you're willing to help us out with our troubles, maybe find out why this is all happening.
Yeah, I mean, we're here to.
We're not getting word this is happening anywhere else. Where'd you all come from? Are these troubles coming the same?
New Orleans.
Well, I assume since you were there were issues. You're hunters, right?
We are. There weren't issues in the town we were coming from.
What was the name of the last town we were just in?
You got to have somewhere to relax
failing
a little bit. I mean, there were vampires down there until there weren't.
Hmm. What was the name of the
Norfolk? I think is where the last one is.
Is that where Chance's mansion was at?
Yeah.
But okay. I'm not claiming to be from there at the moment.
Okay.
Norfolk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if your folks are here to help us out, maybe find out what's causing all this, assuming it's not just random weirdness, you might be appreciative. I don't know that I can pay you for it, but there are benefits that I can certainly see to. If you folks need any gear, you need a place to stay, I can take care of all of that. I'll have a word with any of our shops around here. If there's anything you need done special, you can stay over the station. They're probably the best place, most luxurious place we've got in town. If you want something a little lower scale, I can work with that as well. Now, I can't direct funds from this city directly towards you, but we don't find some compensation.
We don't need to be compensated.
Jebediah's like, hold on now.
I wouldn't go that far, but we could have alternate compensation. I think you're the perfect person to help with our predicament.
This is your chance to put him in debt to you so you can ply your connections.
Right. So I think helping our friend here with the new identity and all that sort of thing and getting his record straight, that's plenty of payment. That helps all of us.
That would be helpful.
So that's great compensation. And we might want to do business here at some point in the future. And you'll probably also be helpful with that.
Well, look, as long as you don't harm the populace here, you can open up any business you desire. I got a feeling that he kind of smiles a little bit, that you're a little bit of trouble. But we can work with that. Look, I'm a circuit judge, so I go from city to city. Whenever they need a judge to rule on anything, I'll make my way through. So I'm the judge for this area. Now, this is the first city I've seen this problem come up with, but I'm about to move on for a little bit. I spend a couple of weeks in each one. I got to head over to Norfolk next. You said you folks are from there, and there are no issues.
Not that we know of.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Some ominous signs of things, but nothing definite.
The sheriff we've got an understanding with the sheriff. He'll do what he needs. He understands what's going on, that you're here to help. If there's anything else that can be done for you, well, you can wire me in Norfolk. You can ask the sheriff. There's a few other folks in town that you might want to check in with. We've got some of the older families around that remember some of the traditions from the old lands. Might be of some help to you. They remember, well, tales and stories that were handed down from family to family. They might be able to help you. The sheriff can point you out where needed. You have my
Okay.
thanks. He takes his hat off, shakes each of your hands. He pauses for a minute at you, Scabs. And then he doesn't shake your hand, but he kind of tousles your hair, gives you a little under the chin.
Thank you so much, sir. We're going to do real good.
Well, I hope you can. I hope you can. This feels like the start of something big. And then he says those words, Killian, that just make you tingle run down your spine because they mirror what you heard at the beginning of this session. There's a storm a coming. And we'll end the session there.
Okay.
All right. There we go. Chance, you're so host.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man,
New name.
we'll have to think of a good, entertaining new name.
Yep.
Marlon
Brendan
Brando's always solid.
Chance's
I
new
know.
name is Armageddon.
Hannah.
He rides a pale horse.
Well, that might not be far from the truth at this point. Now every
yeah,
show,
that's right. Chance, your horse is left back in Norfolk.
Oh no.
yeah.
Judge, if you need a good horse,
Can you?
Westwood.
You'll have to
I
train
see-
up a new
I can like telegram back and get some other people to
have your people handle it.
Jebediah's got some people back in Norfolk he can handle.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, we'll end there, guys. So again, it's just a role-playing cue for you, Daniel. Like, you don't know that there's anything up
Sure.
with your guns, right? But yeah, just as a mechanical thing, if you come up with a black ace or 8, just treat it like a normal card draw, but it's going to hit a bystander instead if you make the roll.
Point of
And it is an
curiosity, what
automatic
is your
crit.
next card there, Chance?
It's a Jack of Hearts.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, shuffling is going to be a lot more nerve-wracking now.
Tuning your deck still works, but you cannot remove a black ace or 8. You can remove the red ones. You can't remove
All right.
black.
All right.
And it's a critical headshot.
It's a critical, not necessarily headshot.
Okay.
So if he pulls an ace or 8, he rolls normally. If he succeeds, it is a crit.
Note to self: hire helper.
Have a bunch
Hire
of
an-
cowhands around you at all time, no more than 5 feet away from Chance.
Yeah.
Hire an
Yeah.
entourage to hang around me.
We need to expand.
So a bit of good bookkeeping we'll do on stream this time that we don't normally. Jebediah, move yourself one towards the bad path. You
Okay,
just had a
that's-
guy murdered and framed
Yeah.
for Chance.
Yeah.
So,
I'm down 2 now. Yeah.
yep. Luckily for you, Killian,
That's fair.
the banker that you sent the posse after didn't get killed, just harassed. So you're fine. Everybody can roll a D4, and that's how many luck points you'll gain. I do this for people watching the stream. You're supposed to give luck out as people do stuff cool. I'm bad about remembering that, so I will just decide how well they did in general. That's the die size. That's how much luck they get at the end of the session. So that's how I'm doing it.
It has been nice.
God, I have
Yeah.
so much luck.
Okay.
I do too.
So as we're closing this down, I'm just going to remind folks, if you are able, check out the link there to help out Reed Sanfilippo, the creator of the Umerica universe for the DCC system. He's having some medical issues, can certainly use some help. Even though he has met his goal on the GoFundMe site, there are a lot of expenses coming up. So anything will help. If you're not able to help in that way, please spread and share that link around. There is hopefully going to be a auction this month from some really cool stuff that will also go to fund that as well. So please look for that. That's all I got, Chuck. So take us out.
Yeah, please support. That is a very cool game that we have enjoyed that immensely.
Go back in the archives and see how this group runs a food cart in the Umerica universe.
Oh,
Oh God.
Stupendously.
Yeah.
That's out.
we only serve
Yeah.
human flesh.
If you'd like to
just a
see
few
me
times.
become a real boy,
There we go. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Check out the GoFundMe, share it, and I don't know if you can hear us and see us saying goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. From the future.